You know, folks, we've seen some incredible transformations in the world of sports. From underdogs rising to champions to seasoned athletes pushing the boundaries of what's possible, the sports world never ceases to amaze us. We've seen athletes defy the odds, silence the critics, and rewrite the history books with their extraordinary feats. They reach levels of greatness that nobody thought possible, inspiring millions around the globe. But let me tell you something, Caitlin Clark's transformation? This is different. This is something truly special. This is about more than just adding a few pounds of muscle or improving her game. It's about a complete metamorphosis, both physically and mentally. This is about proving every single doubter wrong. It's about showing the world that with determination and hard work, anything is possible. This is about taking all the criticism, all the skepticism, and turning it into pure, unadulterated dominance. It's about rising above and beyond expectations. Today, we dive into the incredible transformation of Caitlin Clark and how she's proving her doubters wrong, including the legendary Geno Auriemma. Her journey is a testament to resilience and relentless pursuit of excellence. Get ready, folks, because you're about to witness the rise of a superstar. Caitlin Clark is not just changing the game, she's redefining what it means to be a champion. Let's talk about Caitlin Clark's physical transformation. Over the past few months, Caitlin has been on a mission to redefine herself, both on and off the court. This ain't your average off-season workout regimen, folks. We're talking about grueling hours in the gym, pushing her body to the absolute limit. We're talking about a complete and utter metamorphosis. From her diet to her training routines, everything has been meticulously planned and executed. Stephanie White, her coach, confirmed it herself. Clark has bulked up. She's not just stronger, she's faster, more agile, and more resilient. She's added significant strength and size. Her muscle definition is more pronounced and her endurance has skyrocketed. We're not talking about just a couple pounds here and there. This is a substantial transformation that's evident in every aspect of her game. This is a whole new Caitlin Clark we're looking at. Her presence on the court is more commanding, and her confidence is through the roof. And let me tell you something, this is exactly what she needed. The WNBA is no joke, and she's preparing to dominate. Coming out of college, everybody knew Clark could ball. Her scoring ability was never in question. The girl can flat out score, but there were questions. Could she maintain that level of performance against tougher competition? Could she handle the physicality of the WNBA? The league is known for its intense physical play and elite defenders. Could she hold her own against the best defenders in the world? These were legitimate concerns that many had. Well, let me tell you something. Those questions have been answered. Caitlin Clark is ready to take on the world, and she's doing it with a whole new level of intensity and skill. Geno Auriemma, the legendary UConn coach, even he had his doubts about Caitlin Clark. He questioned whether she could handle the physicality of the WNBA. Now Geno knows a thing or two about women's basketball. He's forgotten more about the game than most coaches will ever know. But on this one, he got it wrong. Caitlin Clark's transformation has made Geno Auriemma look foolish. She's not just surviving the physicality, she's thriving in it. She's embracing contact, finishing through fouls, and imposing her will on every single possession. And the league is starting to take notice. Caitlin Clark's rookie season was a baptism by fire. She entered the league with high expectations, and the pressure was immense. From the very first game, it was clear that this was going to be a tough journey. Every single night, she was facing the best defenders in the world, players like Diamond D. Shields, Natasha Howard, and many other seasoned veterans who had been dominating the league for years. Alyssa Thomas. These women are bigger, stronger, and more experienced. They knew all the tricks of the trade, and they weren't going to go easy on a rookie. They were throwing everything they had at Clark, trying to break her down. Double teams, traps, physical play, you name it, they did it. And you know what? It worked. For a little while. Early on, Clark struggled. She got knocked around. She got frustrated. There were moments when it seemed like the pressure might be too much for her. But here's the thing about Caitlin Clark. She's a fighter. She has an indomitable spirit and an unyielding will to succeed. She's not going to back down from a challenge. No matter how tough things get, she keeps pushing forward, always looking for ways to improve. She's going to take her lumps, learn from her mistakes, and come back stronger than ever. With every game, she grows more resilient, more skilled, and more determined to prove herself. The grind never stops. They say the WNBA offseason is where legends are made. Well, Caitlin Clark took that to heart. She spent the entire offseason working on her body, transforming herself into a force to be reckoned with. We're talking about intense strength and conditioning, folks. hours in the weight room, pushing herself to the limit. But it wasn't just about lifting weights. Clark focused on building functional strength, the kind of strength that translates to the basketball court. She worked on her explosiveness, her agility, her ability to absorb contact and finish through fouls. Unleashing the arsenal. Caitlin Clark already had one of the deadliest offensive arsenals in the game. But now she's added a whole new dimension to her game, the post-up. That's right, folks. Caitlin Clark is taking smaller guards down to the block, backing them down with her newfound strength, and scoring with ease. We're talking about turnaround jumpers, fadeaways, hook shots, you name it, Clark can hit it from the post. And with her court vision and passing ability, she's a nightmare to double team. If you send help, she's going to find the open teammate for an easy basket. Dominating through contact. Remember those questions about Caitlin Clark's ability to handle the physicality of the WNBA? Well, those questions have been answered, emphatically. Clark isn't just handling contact now, she's initiating it. She's bumping defenders off their spots. She's finishing through fouls. She's imposing her will on every single possession, and the craziest part, she's making it look easy. It's like she's playing a different sport than everyone else. She's playing with a level of physicality and aggression that we haven't seen from her before. Now, we all know Caitlin Clark is a gifted passer. The girl sees the floor like a chessboard, always 2 steps ahead of the competition. But with her added strength, her passing has reached a whole new level. She's holding off defenders longer, creating passing lanes that didn't exist before. We're talking about no-look passes, behind-the-back dimes, full-court assists, you name it, Clark can do it. And with her teammates hitting shots at a higher clip, her assist numbers are going through the roof. Now, defense might not have been the first thing that came to mind when you thought about Caitlin Clark. But let me tell you something, this girl can lock you down. With her increased strength and lateral quickness, she's become a nightmare for opposing guards. She's fighting through screens, staying in front of her defender, and contesting every shot. And with her basketball IQ, she's always in the right position, making life difficult for whoever she's guarding. Let's talk about the future, folks, because if Caitlin Clark keeps this up, we're looking at a future MVP. Some analysts are even predicting she could average 25 points and 15 assists per game this season. Think about that for a second, 25 and 15, those are video game numbers, but here's the thing, I wouldn't bet against her. Because Caitlin Clark is on a mission. She's out to prove that she's the best player in the world. And right now there's not a single player in the WNBA who can stop her. A new standard. Caitlin Clark's transformation is sending shockwaves through the WNBA. She's forcing the entire league to adapt. Teams are changing their defensive game plans, trying to figure out how to slow her down. But so far, nothing has worked. Because Caitlin Clark is a force of nature. She's a once-in-a-generation talent who's changing the way the game is played. And she's sending a message to the entire league. Physicality alone won't stop her. A legacy defined. We're witnessing history in the making, folks. Caitlin Clark is on a path to greatness. If she continues making these leaps, she could dominate the league for years to come. We're talking about multiple championships, MVP awards, scoring titles, the works. But more importantly, she's going to leave a lasting legacy on the game of basketball. She's going to inspire a whole new generation of young girls to dream big and work hard. She's going to show the world that anything is possible if you're willing to put in the work. The storm approaches. Bottom line, folks, Caitlin Clark isn't just back, she's back with a vengeance. She's returning as an unstoppable force, ready to take the WNBA by storm in her second season. The league better be ready, because a storm is coming. And her name is Caitlin Clark. Caitlin Clark, unstoppable. So buckle up, folks, because we're in for one heck of a thrilling ride. Caitlin Clark is about to take the WNBA by storm, and you don't want to miss a single second of it. Stay tuned as we continue to follow Caitlin Clark's journey and witness her rise to greatness in the WNBA. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more exciting updates.